Dorian, what does it mean when I'm manifesting and things are going well in my finances, in my health, in my relationship? I've turned some things around in my business, but then all of a sudden, it seems like it's going back to the way that it was, or things are starting to turn bad again. Number one, I'm not there to know all the variables and to know if you have changed something up in your routine or the energies around you. I don't know all that. But one thing that I do when that happens to me, because it does, the first thing I do is ignore it. Remember, I talked about the encouragement video where I ignore it. I mean, if it's something that you have to take care of in the moment, like if your house is literally on fire, you're not going to sit there. I manifest that my house is, you're going to go put the fire out. So if there's some things that you have to naturally do, like change the tire, you're not going to look at a flat tire and say, my tire is not flat, my tire is full of air. You're going to take care of those things, but I ignore it. And number one, I ignore it. Number two, we shouldn't always look at things as something as it's bad. Okay, you had a flat tire. I don't always see that as a bad thing, because the person that may come and help me change the tire could be somebody that I needed to speak to about something else in my life, or I could have brought a word of encouragement to that person. So I've changed my mind about thinking that things are bad or something is bad, or categorizing it as bad or putting a bad value on it. I ignore it in the sense that I'm not going to allow it to move me. It's neutral. Okay, like I'm not going to react to it, because when we react to it, that's still part of the old self and the old way of doing things. Even though you change the way you speak, you change the way you write, the way you think, the way that you visualize, you also have to look at how you respond to things when they don't look like what you have been manifesting. I have made a practice of not even responding. I'm not in that kind of relationship, but if I was in a relationship with a guy and he was talking crazy to me and I wanted to manifest a new person that doesn't talk to me like that, or I wanted to manifest change in that person, if they were doing great for a long time and then all of a sudden they started to like snap or just be disrespectful, I wouldn't respond. Like, I'm not going to give that any energy. Why? Because I'm not that old person. I am a person that is in a loving, respectful, honorable relationship. If something happened in my finances and it seemed like a bill or something hit or tried to hit my account or something, I don't respond to that, because wealthy people don't respond to those kind of things. If something tries to come upon my body or hit my body that I'm not used to, I don't respond to it like other people, most people would be. Oh God, I got to run to the doctor. I just look at it and I continue to speak and write and visualize. Do you know that when I was creating my intention cards, whatever area I was writing about for you all, the 31-day intention cards, I was experiencing those things in my life as I was writing them. Things that would happen to my body that have never happened to my body were happening as I was writing those 31-day intentions. It has to happen that way so that I can write how people should speak and how to remove those things out of my life, right? Same thing with my relationship. Those things are things that I speak and say in my own personal relationship. When I was writing the abundance cards, I'm like, shoot, I got this abundance thing on lock. Why is this hitting me? Why is this coming at me? But here's the thing. Again, I'm not there to see all the variables to know what's happening in your life. But one thing that I do is I just ignore it. I don't acknowledge it. I don't acknowledge it. Not like that. I just look at it and I continue to speak. And yes, we are human. We are human. And so there are times you may cry, you may get upset, you may feel some kind of way. And so I'm not saying to ignore that. Process that, heal to deal. I say that a lot. You got to, in order to heal it, you got to deal with it and embrace it, cry through it, let all that stuff process out of you, and always go back to speaking, writing. Even if things seem to be like and it's like, oh my God, it's going to, crap. You won't feel good if you go back to speaking and doing the things that you were doing before. You're still better off speaking life and seeing things in a positive way. If things are bad and now you're going to just go back to writing and speaking bad or feeling bad, it's all going to be bad. There's no real chance of it changing, but there's more chances of it changing and getting better if you just hold on, hold out, and keep speaking, keep writing, keep visualizing, and things will eventually align again.